Hi class, it's Dr. T reviewing Technology Challenge Week 1. Please go over this assignment carefully. It has a number of steps to it. However, once you accomplish all these steps, you will have learned a great deal of technology on how you can be proactive in supporting your students with various types of tutorials and also being compliant with ADA standards for helping the student who may be visually or hearing impaired. So this week's challenge is you're going to create an infographic. You all have seen infographics, I hope, but here's an example of an infographic right here in the description of your assignment. So this is an infographic on diabetes. So your first step is to create the infographic. How do you create the infographic? You're going to create an infographic on the clinical issue that you're addressing in your course unit of instruction that you've gotten approved. So make sure you have an approved topic. Then you're going to create an infographic on that topic. It should use some good graphics. It should give details such as trends and a clinical overview, whatever you think is important. Whatever you have in it, you're going to be reviewing with your students. So first step, create the infographic. The second step, you're going to review the infographic and the clinical issue of concern, providing this review through an audio-video presentation to your students. And you're going to use Snagit or Screencastify or Jing. I'm encouraging you to use Snagit or Screencastify. If you must use Jing, go ahead, but it is not as user-friendly in the sense that it limits how much time you have. You are doing a presentation, it must be a minimum of 5 minutes. The point of the presentation is to discuss the topic for your students and give them an introduction to the topic of the unit of instruction. Okay, so you create the infographic first. I've given you a site, Venngage, and where you would create the infographic. So you go to Venngage. I've also given you a tutorial or two here on how to get started with Venngage. Don't go there without your ideas. Get all your content ready and then go to Venngage to create your infographic. So once you have it created, you're going to open it up to full screen. Then you're going to go to either Screencastify, Snagit, or Jing and create a audio tutorial for your students. You are now watching and listening to an audio-video tutorial created by me using Snagit. You can see I can show you the different points in the screen. So imagine you're going through your infographics and you're using your pointer. You might be showing them different areas. You might have a very long infographic that is even longer than this one where you're going to different points. You're discussing these points with your learners. And you're introducing the clinical issue of concern to them for the unit of instruction. So create your infographic using Venngage. There are other places you can create infographics online. Piktochart is another one. Feel free if you want to use a different tool to create the infographic. The point is to have an infographic. This is an infographic. You can find many, many, many infographics on the web. Go to the CDC. Everybody's using infographics now. All right, so you've created your infographic. You have your tutorial content ready. You've created a script that you're going to follow as you give the tutorial. And you're going to capture the tutorial using Screencastify, Snagit, or Jing. Once you have captured the tutorial, it's an audio-video tutorial, meaning I should hear you and I should see you moving things and pointing to things. Then you're going to save your screen audio-video tutorial as an MP4 file. An MP4 file is simply a video. So now you've learned how to create an infographic. You've learned how to use Snagit, Jing, or Screencastify, which are audio video screen capture tools. I want to comment on, well, Screencastify is kind of cool because you can actually embed yourself in it. They can see you speaking. If you do use Screencastify, put in embedded video if you want the students to see you. Anything you can do to engage your students in personal interactions with you where they can see and hear you, it's good. Remember, this is for online teaching. It can also obviously be used for your LAN students too. Okay, so now you've created the tutorial. You've saved it as an MP4 file. Then you have to upload it to YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you'll need to create one. Here's some tutorials about how you create a YouTube channel. Once you've created a YouTube channel, you're going to upload a video to YouTube. If you haven't done this before, this will be exciting for you to understand how you can put on your own videos in YouTube. If you've ever looked at YouTube and you wonder, how do they do that? This is how they do it. Okay. Then you're going to save it in YouTube. You're going to turn on closed captions and go over these this video tutorial telling you how to do it. For some reason this is doubled up. I'll remove that. Learn how to put in the auto captions, and then you have to edit them. It's going to show you how to edit them. You edit them to make sure they look pretty good. Okay? Then you're done. You're going to make sure you save it. Save the edits. That's going to be like in the upper right-hand corner. Save the edits. You've created a script. So for your assignment, you're going to upload the link to your video tutorial that has closed captions turned on. These closed captions are edited so your students can read your tutorial in case they're hearing impaired, for example. You're going to take the script and you're going to submit it to RoboBraille, which is so simple. All you do is upload your script and then give them an email address, and they send you the converted file, which is Braille friendly in the sense of it's going to be a document file that can be easily read by a document reader, that say someone with a visual disability would be able to use. And so they could scan to read your tutorial. All right? So that's it in a nutshell. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't panic. Follow the 10-minute rule. This is a complex assignment, but I think when you finish it, you're going to be so proud of all you've learned in one assignment. You'll have learned how to use an infographic, how to do an audio-video tutorial, convert to an MP4 file, bring it up to YouTube with closed captions, fix the closed captions so they're perfect, using a script when you did your tutorial, and then converting your script to a user-friendly version for someone who is visually impaired. Wow, that's a lot, but I think you're going to feel very, very good about this assignment when you accomplish it. Let me know if you have any questions.